You see, every time I turn around, there's some brother somewhere talking some type of foolishness that disrespects our right to be men as black men. This doesn't affect anyone besides you and I. They find some monkey to swing from a branch and do a song and dance on behalf of the system of oppression that is attempting to hold us back. As a unit of men, we must continue to stand against these thieves of masculinity. We must continue to stand against these crooks of manhood. We must continue to stand against these effeminized brothers who have no other recourse except to pretend to be masculine, pretend to be heterosexual, when they know deep down inside that is not the life they want to live. It is up to you and I, the members of the manosphere, to let these men know that it will no longer be tolerated. Word. Welcome back to another episode of the High Altitude Show. I'm your host with the most often imitated, never duplicated, Dr. BoA, aka Book of Alpha running me, here in the Alpha Sphere. Once again, to get it in on behalf of the Alpha Men, the true Alpha Men. I appreciate you gentlemen joining me again today in the battlefield for the real, the Alpha Sphere. Shout out to my brother SJ3, showing up on deck first with the wrench, and he will turn into the Grinch. You know, my New York homies, man, they got this thing about them where they'll turn on you real quick, man. They'll get on your case real quick as soon as you get out of line. But I like that. I respect that. Real talk. Listen, what up, man? Jay Plunk is in the building. Coda, what's up, man? Jorge Gill, what's up with you, man? Boss Status, I see you, bro. NBA Young Boy, what's happening, man? The Last Don, what up, Don? Asu, what's happening? Third War Colombian, what's up, man? Valdez, what up, man? Gustav, I see you in the building, man. Lee Harry, what up? Wayne Paula, what up, Dub P? Rico, what's up with you, man? Devon Miles, what up, DM? Band Clap, I see you in the building. Michael Lumpkin, what up, Lump? Incredible Hulk, what's up with you, brother? Respect to you, man, as well, brother. JLJ, what up, J2? I see you in the building, man. Mike Larry, what up, Mike? What's good with you, man? LG, what up with you, man? CJ, what's happening? Kratos, I see you in the building, man. Stop lying, my dude. That's right, man. Tank, stop lying, my dude. DeMorris Rayford, what up, D? 2KJ, what up with you, homie? Good to see you in the building, man. Key Brunt Edwards is on deck with us, man. Alex Jackson, what's happening? Salute to you, man. Jay Wills, salute, my brother. Mikael Brown, man. Hey, what's up with you, man? Good to see you back in the joint, homie. Real talk. Marlon Brown, man. Appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. James Speed, what's happening, man? Because, man, we don't really care about women. We men, bro. That's the problem, man. We worry too much about women. As men, we got to stop saying, well, why you do that to men, but you don't do that to women? The problem with women, women live their shit openly. If a girl like girls, she don't care. Women don't hide in the closet. If a girl like girls, she be with girls. If a girl like girls and boys, she be with boys. They come out and call themselves different things. Okay, I'm pansexual. I'm sapiosexual. I'm all these different type of sexuals. I'm trisexual. It's men. The down low men are the ones who won't come out the closet. So you can't even put that on women right there, man. Women come straight out. I meet women all the time, man, say they like girls too. Hell, I can't remember the last time I met a woman who didn't like girls. Be perfectly honest with you. Pistol Pete, what's happening, man? Josh T, what up? Quest Love, man, what up with you? Kay Halton is in the building, man. Joe Blast, I see you, homie. SJ3, my brother, appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. Spit that $5, brother, BOA. You know it, brother, you know it. We coming with it. Hey, Lee Smith, Antonio, what's up with you, man? King B, what up, homie? Yeah, that one from last night, man, it's going to Patreon, man. It'll be in the Patreon pack tonight. It's just too golden. It's too golden, man, so I want to pull it on down. Alex Jackson. All right, man, let's talk about this, man. Today, man, you know how I like to do, man. I don't like to talk about hot topics because when you talk about a hot topic, you're just chasing a story. Me, when a topic comes out, I want to research it and I want to see what's going on. And that's why I put this picture of this man and his family up as the thumbnail. Not because I want to disrespect his wife and his child. That's not what I'm doing. I'm letting you see that here's a man who says what he says, but he's still out here living his life. as a heterosexual man with a wife and a child. See, what we got to understand is this, and I answered that. Someone just asked me. James Speed said, "Why don't men?" And I know I'm gonna jump in the question without the super chat, but this is a good question. I had to. Why don't we put pressure on women to come out like we do men? Now, you know good and well, homie, if one of your partners came out to you, you disown that nigga. See, what we got to do, I'm not trying to diss Tank and dudes like him, but this is my outlook, and this is what I want to say to Tank and niggas like him. See, we as men have to understand that there are men who have had experiences in their lives that turned them to the other side. There are men who like men. There are men who, see, we can't deny the fact that a whole lot of men were molested by older men when they were children. We can't deny that fact. A lot of men's first few sexual experiences were with older men. They were molested. Statutory rape, they were taken advantage of. So if you didn't go through that, you can't understand what that does to a man's psyche, how that robs him of his masculine energy. But he grows up in a society that shuns him so terribly. Like, how many of you in here right now are willing to help one of your partners seek help, get some help, go talk to somebody, help him get prayed up, help him turn their life over to God if he come to you and say, dog, I'm gay. And keep it 100, nigga. Don't come in here and act like you would when you wouldn't. Keep it 100. How many? Put a 1 in the chat right now if your partner came to you and said, dog, man, I've been struggling with my sexuality my whole life, man. Dog, I like dudes, man. So, I'm used to girls. I like girls, but, man, my preference is dudes. How many of y'all gonna say, all right, partner, let's see if we can get you some help, man. Let's see if we can, let's see what we can do, man. Let's see if we can get you to talk to somebody or whatever, man. Or what if he say he don't want to talk to nobody? How many of you are gonna say, all right, dog, that's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Just don't bring that shit to me. But I mean, shit, we've been rolling hard, man. We still dogs. How many men gonna do that for real? Let's keep it a buck in here, man. We gonna keep it a buck in here, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna try to act like we good at two shoes when we not. See what I'm saying? So when you look at these dudes, man, they're not gonna be accepted in a woman that like girls. Look at this rap chick, Young M.A., man. Look at her. She's widely accepted. It's like she's widely accepted as a dude. Like, people treat her like she's a dude. She can come out and act like she's a dude and get treated like a dude. She can do that. She can show up with all types of girls, you know what I'm saying? Take BoA girlfriend and do a whole bunch of things, and no one says anything. She still gets supported. Let a brother come out and do that. You think he gonna get that same support? And the crazy thing is, man, about 50% of her fans are dudes. Dudes support her. So we got to think about this. What I want to say to cats like Tank and other niggas like him is, brother, regardless of what you got to deal with, you got to live your life. That's your life you're living. You can't be out here in the forefront behaving like you aren't what you are. You have the right to live your life because you're living it anyway, but you're living it in secret. It's not like you're not living that lifestyle, period. You're living it behind closed doors. You're doing it where no one can see. You're risking people's lives. If you're going to be with a woman, give that woman an option to know, to be able to decide if she wants to take the risk of being with you while you're living an alternate lifestyle at the same time. Give your partners a chance to decide if they want to deal with the man who lives that alternative lifestyle and still keep him in a close circle as a close friend. Give people the option. It's never going to pan out well in the end if you don't give people the option. Because when people find out, they're going to really look at you not only as someone who lives an alternative lifestyle, but someone who is a liar and deceitful and will take advantage of people's generosity and kindness. If this is your life, homie, it's just your life. It's just your life, dog. But when you come out and say things like this dude said, man, and I'm not going to even repeat it, man, just for the overall fruitiness of it. When you come out and say something like this dude said, man, and then you turn around, man, you showing up, man, you putting seeds in women, man. Hey, bro, you risking it for all us out here, man. Like you risking it for all us out here. And you're really giving us, and see, you got to understand this. Whatever you do represents us as a black man. Because we're always grouped in together. It's like right now. We got Pookie and Ray Ray on one side, we got the educated thug on the other side, and then we got the dude in the middle. Man, we're too rich. We're too rich culturally. We're too rich emotionally. We're too rich mentally. We're too rich spiritually. We're too rich creatively to be grouped into three damn groups. And all of them enough to be looked at negatively. We're too rich to be grouped into three groups. But that's how it's always been. You understand? We went from being niggas and jigaboos to being African American. We went from being niggas and jigaboos and monkeys to being Negroes to being African Americans. But we're always grouped in together. So that means however one of you act, we all know what's always said. All black men are like that. Man, black men are the worst this and the least this and all this shit right here. All these things, man. The bottom line is this right here, man. You got to keep in mind that when we consider that we know who a man is, and I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I just see a brother in here, man, that denies that Tank is gay. Brother, I don't even know that nigga well enough to deny. Like I wouldn't even want to. I'm not finna stand in the gap for no nigga who come out and say something like that. How many times you say gay shit? See, we gotta stop giving niggas passes. When do you say gay shit, dog? When do your partners come in with the crew and say gay shit? Like when do your partners come in and say things like Tank said? A nigga who says that says it because he feels it, because he means it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna buy into that man and say, well, he didn't mean it. He just liked to say it. Why, dog? If you can say he just says it, give me a legitimate reason why he says it. To stir up the pot? Man, there's a million things you can say to stir up the pot. You want to stir up the pot, nigga? Get on social media, have a big following, and say something about black women. That's how you get something stirred up. Say that. You know what I'm saying? There's the 10,000 different things you can say to stir something up. For a man to choose that thing, that says a lot about his character, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, the bottom line is this right here, man. You know, and then when you hear cats like, you hear a cat like Charlemagne, man, every time he got a woman on there, man, he talking about sucking a fart out of her butt. Bro, let me tell you something. And this is real talk. And this for any man listening. If you like booty so much, man, that you want to eat one, that you want to put your face in one, it is a thrilling thing to you, brother. And nobody's knocking you. Man, I don't knock nobody for their lifestyle. If that's your lifestyle, that's your lifestyle, brother. I don't even know these niggas. But what I'm saying, if that's gonna be your lifestyle, why not just live it? Women have more balls than men do. A woman will take whatever gonna come with her chosen lifestyle. She'll come out, she'll say it, her chosen lifestyle, man, it'll be there. Like, let's be perfectly honest. How many niggas thought Queen Latifah was straight? Even back in the day, how many niggas that were around listening to hip hop back then thought Queen Latifah was ever straight? When have you ever looked at Queen Latifah, man, and said that Queen Latifah has sex appeal? See, that's how you tell. Feminine women have sex appeal. Even feminine women who are not the most attractive. If she's very effeminate, she has sex appeal. She can have a donkey face, but if she got a fat ass on her, man, and she got sex, and she's real feminine, she got sex appeal. When have you ever looked at her, man, and said, "Oh man, Queen Latifah is"? When have you ever looked at MC Light, man, and said, "Oh man, MC Light, she's gorgeous"? Let me tell you something, brothers, and this is real talk. The difference between men and women in this scenario, a woman who like girls is not gonna keep being in relationship after relationship with men. You ain't gonna hear about her with no fucking man. Maybe one early in the beginning, but you ain't gonna hear about her with no man. How many men you heard about Queen Latifah with? How many men you heard about Janelle Monáe with? How many men you heard about MC Light with? You know what I'm saying? What we're talking about right here, man, is the fact that women who like women, they fucking like women. And they live their lives that way. Now, they may not be all out in public with it, but they ain't all out in public trying to act like they like men either. You see what I'm saying? They just be out there with their shit. And they'll turn their nose up at you, and they'll tell you, that. And let me tell you something, man. There was I can't remember what album it was, man, but it was an old Cash Money album. And Birdman, they were sitting in a Rolls Royce, and a chick walked up, and he called over there, man. And he said, you know what, Shotty, you know what this is? He was sitting over there. He tried to chop it up with him, and he said, you see this rug in here? This is I can't remember what it was. It wasn't mink. It was chinchilla. He said, you see this right here? This is chinchilla. Man, she told that nigga, I've licked pussy that feel like that. And he said, it's like that? She said, yeah, it's like that. And then she walked out. It was just a skit on the album, but it's true to life. A woman that likes girls is not going to fake like she like niggas. Dudes who like dudes will fake and front and sleep with 50 women, while at the same time, they on the side sleeping with 50 men. And this is the thing. You ain't never got to come out about your shit. You ain't got to share your lifestyle with nobody. You ain't got to come out and say, hey, I like dudes, because don't nobody really give a fuck who you fuck. I don't care. I'm quite sure nobody here cares. Nobody cares what you do. If you're an entertainer, people want to be entertained by your ass. Elton John, one of the highest selling artists in history. And that boy's been flamboyantly gay for a long time. He's one of the top selling artists in history. You understand? Rock Hudson. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might not remember him, but I've been doing a little research. Oh, actor, white actor, man, women. I mean, he was a heartthrob. He was a heartthrob. But the women in Hollywood, he was open about it. Women in Hollywood wouldn't even kiss him. He died of AIDS. See what I'm saying? You got to understand, man, that there are instances, small instances, where men have been out about who they are, but it's almost never a black man. A black man wants to continue to try to play masculine and play heterosexual when in reality he's using his woman as a beard. There are plenty of gay black men that have wives and children. There's gay black men that have multiple wives with multiple children. But they never share the truth about themselves. And my thing is, you ain't got to share none of it. But if you're going to share the truth. Don't come out and say stupid shit like Tank said. And the crazy thing is, right now, at this particular time, man, if you live an alternative lifestyle, then guess what? There's a huge community. But let me tell you something. If Tank come out right now and say, man, that he's if he's homosexual, the same thing with Malik Yoba. Here comes Malik Yoba. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he likes women. That boy don't know what he like. Then you got Tank talking about, well, it don't make you gay, dude. Man, let me tell you something, man. These boys are a part of the agenda to normalize all this activity that the Most High is against. They want to normalize homosexuality if it's just the thing that men should be. And if you notice, it's only being perpetuated to us. Because technically speaking, God don't give a shit what white folks do. He don't care what they do. Everything they do is expected from them. God don't care what they do. He damn sure cares what we do, though. That's why all of these things are being perpetuated to us. That's why our brothers are the ones being out there put up on the damn, on the drum, dancing with the monkey suit on, trying to get somebody to throw some coins in a damn cup. That's why our brothers are the ones putting on the clown suit. Getting up there, man, throwing bubble gum at children and shit. That's the reason why. Because they know better than we know that all they got to do is keep us going in the wrong direction, and God gonna keep kicking our ass. See, niggas think that we in this situation because white folks are powerful. They think that we in this situation because the system is so strong. Man, we're in this situation, man, because God is kicking our ass. Listen, man, for damn near 500 years, we've been getting our ass kicked. And we done tried everything except turning back to God. And they know that. That's why all this hatred toward one another. All they got to do is find a vessel. And when they find a vessel, they push it. And it ain't us. We know better. It's the young men. It's the young men who are so caught up on chasing pussy. See, if you caught up on chasing pussy, then you're gonna do whatever the pussy want. And if pretty girls accept men being like Tank, talking that shit like Tank, talking crazy like Malik Yoba, if the pretty girls accept that, then these young men are gonna start doing what the pretty girls accept. If a pretty girl says she want a man to go both ways, then guess what? These boys gonna make themselves what the pretty girl want. And you got these niggas out here telling them to chase the girls, chase the girls, chase the girls. If you're not a part of the solution, you're part of the damn problem, man. It's a pretty old adage, but it applies in every facet of life. If you're not a part of the solution, you're part of the damn problem. Marlon Brown, I appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. Got a couple more in here, man. You gotta give me a minute here. Let me get to these other ones here. Incredible Hulk, appreciate the $5 super chat. Brother said, men promoting evil destroys our very identity, and a society without the righteous identity of a man cannot survive and will be destroyed. That's it, brother. And that's it. We talked about that on our GMB's channel the other day, man. Jay Will, appreciate the $5 super chat. Jay says, salute, brother BoA. Appreciate you speaking on his wickedness. Society wants us to accept anything instead of what Most High wants us to accept. That's it, man. They want us to accept anything. And we're doing a damn good job of accepting it, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I recall that, man. And let me tell you the problem with it. We're not even talking about the Malik Yoba thing anymore. We have been turned into a fucking new news-consuming generation. We as black men can't afford to be caught up in that news-consuming shit. We should still be on that. We should still be on the fact that Young Thug is on a fucking album cover with a Mary Poppins dress on. That's what we should still be talking about. He's got legions of young fans. And he's on the front of an album cover with a damn Mary Poppins dress on. I'm talking about fully dressed in a Mary Poppins dress. And then he get to turn around and call himself fucking Thug. He get to act like he gangster. And let me tell you what's at the very bottom of this, man. See, it's deeper than we think. When you look on the surface, you want to say, the media, the mass media is causing all this. No, the mass media ain't never caused a fucking thing except the perpetuation of what's already going on. The mass media has never created a problem. It has perpetuated problems. It seeks out problems, and when it finds them, it lets the fucking world know about it. And let me tell you where they got that from. It's crazy where the mass media got that from. They got that shit from black folks during the civil rights movement. They realized that shit changed when the civil rights movement got the rest of the country looking into the shit. When it was just Southern, when Jim Crow was just Southern. See, when the Civil War was over, the northern states, the fucking government, the Confederacy, the Union rather, the Union thought that the fucking slavery shit was over. They thought it was over. They didn't know about the Jim Crow law and shit. Because after a war, it ain't like these motherfuckers was friends. It was a war. That shit was over. The South conceded, and that shit let it, okay, man, look, that shit is over. They didn't know about it until the civil rights movement started shining new light on this shit. Ever since then, the media been using that same goddamn tactic. They come in there, and they use the same way. They come in the area, find out what's going on, perpetuate that shit to the world. Now the same tactic has turned around and got us fucked in the game. They ain't making up shit. They just coming in reporting it. And they know that once we get it, we going to run with it on social media. We know we going to run with it. They bring up these abortion statistics. Black women kill 1,700 children. You motherfuckers don't know if that's true or not. You niggas just perpetuate negative energy about your own goddamn women. When the last time one of you niggas went and checked to see if black women really commit that many abortions? You haven't. You just see a fucking number like they know you're gonna do. They throw a number out there that's really high, that seems fucked up, and y'all just take it and fucking run with it. You niggas ain't double checking on that. You niggas ain't trying to find out on that. You niggas just taking the information, running with it, perpetuating it. So you go from one nigga talking about it to 1,000 niggas talking about it. You go from 1,000 niggas talking about it to 1 million people hearing about it. Now all of a sudden, black women commit 1,700 abortions a month, a day, some shit like that. 1,700 abortions a day, motherfucker. How do you know what, brothers? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you niggas right now, cause niggas that looking at 1,700, they don't even do the math on that shit. Let me tell y'all something right now, man. If black women are killing 1,700 children a goddamn day, let me tell you something. Every year, that's 620,500 motherfucking abortions. You motherfuckers are stupid if you believe that shit. You can't believe that they net worth is $5 and then turn around and believe that they got all this money to pay for fucking 620,000. Nigga, that's over 500,000 abortions a goddamn year. Y'all niggas crazy. Y'all crazy. If it was that many women committing abortions, man, we wouldn't have nobody to fuck. You know, my problem with all this shit, man, is this, man. And then you turn around, anything they say about black men. Oh, black women. Well, it is estimated. I'm talking about a fucking estimation. It is estimated that 50% of black men at some point in their lives will contract HIV. 50% of black men where? It don't register with you that they talking about 50% of black men that fuck other men. That's where that statistic come from. And the heterosexual men who will get it from women who are fucking men who fuck other men. See, if these brothers come out and live the life they're supposed to live, I'm telling you what I know. A whole lot of women will not fuck a man that they know is actively engaging in sexual activity with other men. A whole lot of women won't do it. Because contrary to what you might believe, when you hear a statistic that, well, women are infected by STIs and STD more than, hey man, listen, brother. Listen what I'm telling you. That shit don't even make sense. Because the only way a woman can get a fucking STD is from a man. It ain't a whole, man, let me tell you something. Lesbians don't spend a whole lot of time at the fucking clinic, man. Getting shots and medicine, getting penicillin and shit. That's something I know for sure. The statistics back that up. I'm not going to tell you where to go look for them. Go find the motherfuckers. Statistics back that up. If 500 women, if 500 heterosexual women have STIs, guess what, nigga? They got it from a nigga. A heterosexual woman can't get an STD without fucking somebody. That shit is crazy to me. And when you got men out here talking about they got 50 women, you got men out here talking about, they got 20 women, you got men out here talking about they got 10 women, you got all that shit right there. That's a bunch of niggas fucking a bunch of women. So it's more likely that those women got that shit from fucking the same nigga than it is that all those women are fucking a different nigga. Because we can't say that all the women fucking a different nigga, then turn around and say the top 20% of men get the top 80% of women. See, niggas is all over the fucking place just saying stupid shit that don't make no sense. You can't believe that the top 20% of men get the top 80% of women, and then turn around and say that all the women are fucking a bunch of niggas. No, you know they ain't, because you ain't getting no pussy. You know they ain't. It's hard for you to get some pussy. You know that already. You ain't getting no pussy, dog. If you getting pussy all the time, man, you ain't got a whole bunch of negative shit to say about women. You been pleased by them too much. You know what I'm saying? So if you got some beautiful women, man, that's fucking on you and loving on you, bro, you ain't got a whole bunch of negative energy toward women, man, because you just had fun with one or two. You always having fun with them. You always being pleased by them. They always coming through, soaking up your... Man, let me tell you something. When you have sex with a woman, man, that's your opportunity to dump your fucking troubles off in her, man. Even if you dumping it, of course, you dump them into a condom, but you still dumping them out of you. She's still pulling them out of you. We ain't talking about the nut. We talking about the energy. You understand? The energy comes through the pores. You know what I'm saying? So you getting all that fucking energy, man. You dumping that energy off into her, man. That brings you pleasure. You feel better after you fuck. The only problem is if you ain't getting no pussy, then you always negative toward women. They don't serve no purpose in your life. All they bring you is angst. Turning you down and shit. You cold approaching 50 women, you get one, nigga, you got turned down 49 times. You a fucking fool if you think you feel good after getting shot down 49 times. Nigga, you a goddamn robot. Either you're a nigga who expects to get turned down like that. You're not a nigga that I want to hang around. I don't trust niggas like you. You're a whipping board, man. And that's another thing, man. Like, you got to understand this, bro. Anything that befalls black women has something to do with black men. And damn sure anything that befalls black men has something to do with black women. And it's by design, and it's also by the Most High. Black men and black women were put here to be a fucking unit. We're put here to be a fucking community. We're put here to be a chosen people under God. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's not like the same system that's attacking us isn't attacking our women. It's not like the same system that's attacking our women isn't attacking us. This same fucking system is setting us up for the fail, but setting us up for the fall by causing us to turn against ourselves and causing us to turn against our women and then causing our women to turn against us. And our women ain't gonna turn against themselves. They'll get on the platform and talk shit about one another, but I guarantee if it come down, man, to them choosing themselves or them choosing us, they gonna choose them fucking selves. Some of you niggas gonna choose the women because you're so caught up on sex. You gotta have it. You can't live without it. You can't do without it. Let me tell you something. It ain't the worst thing in the world to be a fucking incel. It ain't the worst thing in the world to be an incel. Let me tell you what's worse than being an incel. Being a pussy whoop beta male simp mangina motherfucker. That's worse than being an incel. You understand? It's worse. Because at least the incel ain't being taken advantage of and used by no women. Every goddamn day he'll do anything. He'll give up himself. He'll sacrifice himself. Also, he can get some sex. And he giving up his fucking testosterone. Nigga weak as shit. Can't build no muscle. Can't fight. Nigga voice ain't even deep no more. Nigga, you weak. The nigga who's an incel just wants some pussy. He probably just want one girlfriend. I guarantee you the majority of the niggas, man, that feel like they incels, man, just want one little bad chick to fuck on. Give them one little bad chick that really like them to fuck on, man. You ain't never got to hear about them complaining no more. We're wired that way as men. We're not wired to have 50 women. We're not wired to have harems. We're wired to have just as many women as we need. If you need 2, get 2. You need 3, get 3. We're not wired to have fucking 50 women. You're not wired to go around fucking a whole bunch of women. You lose too much when you do that. You lose too much and get caught up in too much when you do that. You know, the bottom line is this, man. If you in the closet, man, come out the motherfucker. You ain't got to come out to us, but come out to yourself in your real life, dog. Nobody ain't got to know what the fuck you do in your real life, man. You don't have to share your life. But please, stop being out here faking like you are who you aren't. Stop out here faking, man, like you this man that just loves this woman so much that you love women so much and you 100% heterosexual, man. Stop faking the fucking funk. There's signs all over the place, man. You got cats on YouTube, man, that always in these women's face. Always talking about they'll fuck them. Always talking about they'll lick on them. Always talking about they'll do all of this and all that right there. Man, any man that's that thirsty for sex, man, that nigga he ain't getting no pussy. And the thing is, he don't want no pussy. And then the only reason he don't desire pussy. He want to get some pussy, so he convince himself that he ain't who he is. There's no way, man, that a man can lust after women so much if he getting pussy. You know what I'm saying? And even if he want pussy, he know that ain't the way to get it. You got a lot of men who trying to convince themselves, man, that they don't want to live an alternative lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of men that want to convince themselves that that's not the lifestyle they want to live. You got men out here struggling with their fucking lives, man. You got one out here. You got men on this, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? On this platform, off this platform, you got men everywhere, man, who are actually feeling like they need to live a life that's not true to who they are. Hey, SJ. Hey, unhired Kebron, man. He was just repeating what I said. He was laughing at when I said, man, if you satisfied with being turned down 49 times, then you're a robot. So it wasn't a diss, man. He was just repeating what I said. So you can let him back in, bro. He ain't do shit. Now, that's the only way I'm gonna holler at my mod, man. If I understand what you were doing and you want on no fuck shit. But if you on some fuck shit and they get you out of here, you out. That's it, man. That's a good point. Watching hella porn is like having 50 women. It's like having 50 women. If you got 50 women, you bust 50 nuts in a week. If you watch porn all the time, you might bust 50 nuts in a week. You bust 50 nuts in a week, you ain't got no strength. You ain't got no masculinity. You know what I'm saying? You bust 50 nuts in a week, man, watch porn, you don't want no pussy. You don't want no woman. Porn is your woman. Your woman is virtual, nigga. You got some virtual reality goggles, nigga. At home beating your dick all the time. See what I'm saying? Like we got to keep in mind, man, that when we look around, brothers, there's chemicals in the fucking food. There's hormone reassignment chemicals in the fucking food. This fucking GMO manganese. Man, that should have switched your goddamn hormones around so quick, nigga. I mean, let me tell you something, bro. I met a bad little chick, man. I'm talking about, man, when I say she was bad, that motherfucker was black and Vietnamese, man. When I say she was bad, boy, goddamn, she was bad. But when I sat down in front of her, man, I realized that the bitch had whiskers up under her chin. She was a young bitch, man, 24. Had whiskers under her chin, bro. I'm not talking about one. I'm not talking about two. I'm talking about three or four of them motherfuckers. They were curled up under there, man. And she was a broad, man, because I had already played in her pussy already. So we ain't talking about, she wasn't like that. I'm talking about, man, she had whiskers, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, man, I can't deal with that. I don't want you to get them lasered off. I don't want you to do nothing. I just want you to like go that way. You know what I'm saying? You have a hormonal imbalance. You know what I'm saying? And for me, myself, man, a woman had to already be, she had to be fully vested in my program, man, before I take on that type of responsibility of trying to show her that she need to change her eating habits and change her water intake and change the way she deals with sunlight and all that shit, man. I'm not finna get into all that for a woman that already on my team. And a woman's already on my team, then guess what? She already fucking know. She already doing all these things that keep her hormones in balance. So, I was like, man, shit, man, that shit right there, man. I'm talking, man, she was just too bad to have that up. And me, myself, me, man, I couldn't stop looking at the shit. So finally, she realized I was looking at, man. She tried to put her hand on her chin. She started looking like a nigga taking that picture with his chin, man, with it, with his hand on his chin, man, with the thumb up on his chin. She was sitting over there like that, man, trying to hide that shit, man, like she was taking that picture with her thumb, with her chin up. I was like, bitch, that made it worse. But there's a whole bunch of chemicals in the food, man. A bunch of chemicals in the drinks, man. They putting shit in the water. It's fucking fluoride, man, causing shit to fuck up in your body. You know what I'm saying, man? You got to keep in mind, brothers, that, and let me tell you something crazy, man. I just had this is a little bit off topic, man, so I ain't gonna stay on it long. I just had some clients, man. They came back from Italy. They spent 18 days in Italy. And so I asked them, because I tell y'all all the time, man, that average weight of an adult worldwide outside the United States is 136 pounds. That's the average weight of an adult, male and female. Motherfuckers are pretty much the same weight. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is lean as shit. Well, that's the average. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty close to the same weight. So, man, they say, man, everybody they saw that they were fat was a tourist. And they say all they did was eat pasta and bread and drink wine. And say everybody over there, all the fucking Italians, man, they were doing the same shit. They was in 3 different cities, man. You know what I'm saying? And all the Italians did the same shit. And none of them were fat. They were all lean as shit. You know what I'm saying? Whether they were tall or short, they were all fucking lean. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, man, that there's a lot of shit going on out here, man, that's causing this thing. But so we want to get to the bottom of it. If we want to change it, then we got to get into the bottom of it. We got to understand the chemical warfare that's being waged against us. Most niggas don't even know there's chemical warfare. So when you go to a restaurant and eat some shit, if they don't show you the ingredients, most niggas don't even ask for the ingredients. Listen, how smart is it to go to the grocery store and read all the ingredients, but go eat at a restaurant and don't ask them shit? You don't know what the fuck they putting in it. You know what I'm saying? You don't care. They don't care. As long as they put the chemicals in the food that keep your ass addicted to it. They have no concern about your health. Chemical warfare has been declared on us, man, for fucking shit, centuries now. They're just getting better. As technology get better, they get more efficient with the fucking chemicals. They get more efficient with them. When they put a dye in something, they put a dye in something to change the goddamn color, because whatever chemical they put in it made it a fucked up, non-palatable color. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the store, you see a goddamn steak, man. Steak is not red like that, nigga. That's dye. That's food coloring. Steak ain't red like that. You know what I'm saying? They put all this shit in there, man, and it makes you understand that. Bro, I honestly, man, somebody asked me, do I take vitamins, man? I try to get all of my nutrients out of food, bro. If you eat enough green leafies, man, you don't need none of that shit. You might want to get some saw palmetto, but all of these are plants. You know what I'm saying? Everything you take, you can get it in plant form. You just have to know where to go to get it. You just have to be willing to put in the work to go get it. So everything you need, man, you can get it out of food, man. There's not much shit, and it's like certain shit with even like with zinc. Zinc is something that you have to fucking not zinc, but god damn it, I can't think of what it is, man. I can't think of what it is, man. B12. B12, you almost got to supplement B12. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone pretty much got to supplement B12. You really can't get that shit out the beef for real, man, because the grass ain't got it in there. The soil fucked up, so the grass fucked up. So you know what I'm saying? Even when you're doing grass fed beef and all that, man, the grass ain't the same as it used to be. You know, you got to get some shit. You can't get it fresh. You got to get some shit that's shipped in from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Unless you way down in the south in the fucking country and run those rural areas. But then in those areas, you still got to worry about the farmers using that fucking Monsanto seed. So they use that fucking Monsanto seed. It fucking, the wind blows it all over the place. So fucking 5 farms on each side got the Monsanto seed in there now. So now their soil is being fucking robbed of its nutrients. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of shit going on, man. You just have to, you really have to understand, man, that, yeah, I mean, you can get B12 certain mushrooms, Mike, but I mean, how many of them fucking mushrooms you gonna eat? You know what I'm saying? And overconsumption of mushrooms, man, is not really some healthy shit. Like mushrooms are fucking fungi, man. They're fungi, man. The motherfuckers ain't like I'm not finna overconsume the fucking fungus. You know what I'm saying? Like the motherfuckers fungus. And yeah, that's true, man. Salmon ain't that pink either, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that's going on out here, man. Like you got to know where your shit is sourced. You know what I'm saying? I want to know where the shit is sourced. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, man. Let me tell you something. I went into a Cracker Barrel restaurant. This shit was years ago. When I stopped eating in there. You know what I'm saying? This is when I first started really. I had already been on the kick about the way that Most High want us to eat, but I hadn't got real hip to all the chemical warfare that they're using through the food. If you want to kill somebody with chemicals, what's the best way to do it? Put it in what the fuck they eat. No matter what they do, they got to eat. You know what I'm saying? You can't put it in. You can't put it in. In a restaurant. You can't put it in KFC chicken because goddamn well everybody ain't gonna go to KFC. Get to a certain area, people ain't going there. You got to put it in. You got to go through the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. Let me tell you something. When we talk about the presidential administration, that's different from the Food and Drug Administration. These people administer drugs to the food. The Food and Drug Administration. They fucking administer drugs into the food. Think about it. The Social Security Administration. They administer the number that makes your ass property to the United States government. When you hear administration, they're administering some shit. That's all. That's what the fuck it means. The FBI is the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The CIA is the Central Intelligence Agency. But when you hear goddamn administration, they're administering some shit to your ass. You just got to figure out what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Just go down the list of administrations and you'll find out. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, man, we gotta understand that a lot of shit that's going on is beyond the control of men. So you gotta understand this. If you don't eat the right way, you run the risk of not being who the fuck you're supposed to be because of the hormone replacement drugs. But a lot of these men were molested as children and turned out already. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry ain't the only one that was turned out and caught emotional feelings for an older man who's molesting him when he was younger. He's not the only one. You know what I'm saying? Common just came out and said it. It took that man all these years to get comfortable enough to say it. Or maybe he just didn't want to say it while he was at the height of his career. Whatever it was. He just came out and let everybody know. Busy Bone, a few years back, just let everybody know. You think they're the only ones? You know what I'm saying? No, they ain't the only ones, man. You got to keep in mind, man, that there's a lot of things going on out here that we only can overcome if we rally around one another. This pitting ourselves against one another and all that shit, man, that shit ain't gonna work. That shit ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things, man, that fucking Obama did, man. Niggas around here talking about all the great shit he did. Man, that motherfucker appointed the fucking president of Monsanto to be the fucking chief of the fucking FDA, man. How the fuck you appoint the nigga that's the president of Monsanto to be the chief of the FDA, nigga? And y'all think that nigga is good? Come on, man. He's just a puppet. He was just a puppet, man. You know, we had to keep these things in mind, brothers. That Jose Navarro, man, appreciate the $2 super chat, man. Home said the FDA has a bunch of former Monsanto employees. Yeah, no doubt, man. The head of the FDA. It's the former head of Monsanto. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Anytime you can have like simple shit like this, if they're allowed, like in a fucking 12-ounce jar of peanut butter, you can have up to 13 fucking rat hairs in that bitch, and you can have like 27 fucking insect fragments in the bitch. You understand? In a 7-ounce can of fucking olives, you can have up to 13 maggots in the motherfucker, and they go straight to factory. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch. These are FDA regulations. You know what I'm saying? See, this is what you have to understand. When you look at, let's say you look at some fresh collard greens. Let's say fresh collard greens. Fresh collard greens are not regulated the same because you know you got to wash them shits. Canned collard greens or frozen collard greens, they don't wash them shits like that. That's why certain shit you see triple washed on it. Other shit, if you don't see triple washed, if you don't see washed on it, they pick that shit straight up, man, and got the dirt off that shit enough. And then they didn't meticulously go through and see what kind of bugs and pests and shit was on there, man. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you why I started buying fresh lettuce by the stalk. I buy stalks of lettuce. I don't buy those tubs of shit like I used to. Man, I bought a tub of that shit, man, and I looked up under the bottom of it, bro. After I got it home, of course. I looked up under the bottom of it, man. And now I'm gonna tell you what happened. I was eating this shit. I was putting some in a bowl, and I saw something moving in that shit. So I like that could have been anything. Could have been a piece of lettuce falling to the side. But I investigated like I fucking do. Man, I lift that shit up, man. Man, there was bugs in the bottom of that shit, man. That shit was sealed. It was closed. I had to pop it open, but man, bugs in the bottom of that shit, man. I stopped buying that shit then, and y'all know it wasn't that long ago when I did a video and showed y'all about that shit. Man, I don't buy that shit no more, man. I take the time out, buy that lettuce, man, and rinse that shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel better when I wash my own shit at the crib. Hey, let me tell you something else. Stop washing your goddamn fruit off with dishwashing liquid. How the fuck you gonna put a chemical on your fruit to get the chemical off of it? Think about that shit. You're gonna put a chemical, you're gonna put some shit that non-edible, some toxic shit on your fruit to wash it off, and leave whatever fucking chemical compounds are left on your fruit from that shit, and then you're gonna eat it. Nigga, you might as well just eat the motherfucker straight out the bag. You know what I'm saying? We got to start thinking, man, because even you and I, as focused as we are, if we don't do the right things to protect ourselves, we're still gonna end up fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And Chinese food, bro, let me tell you something. Chinese food, I don't even understand why niggas eat that shit. Because they are open. Man, listen, all you got to do is watch some documentaries on Chinese cuisine. Them motherfucker eat monkey brains. Them motherfucker eat shit. They eat monkeys. Them motherfucker eat dog. Them motherfucker eat rats. Man, let me tell you something. You got to be out your fucking mind if you look at some of that Chinese shit that's supposed to be chicken and believe it's chicken. When you look at that orange chicken, when the fuck you ever seen some chicken look like that, nigga? You done had dark meat. You done had white meat. Some of you niggas eat the marrow. Some of you niggas eat the gristle. Some of you niggas eat the goddamn bones. When have you ever seen chicken that look like that shit? I want you to go in a Chinese restaurant. Go in that motherfucker, just look at the orange chicken. I want you to look at the General Tso's chicken. I want you to look at that shit they had that stick stuck through. Tell me this chicken on a stick. And I want you to tell me when your ass ever seen, what you think, Chinese chickens ain't birds, nigga? When have you ever seen some chicken that look like that shit? Ever. Bro, I'm talking about over there, man. Them motherfuckers eat that shit. Listen, bro. I've heard Chinese people say that, like the chicken and broccoli. Man, they say, man, they'll eat the other shit. They'll eat the fucking mink. They'll eat the dog. They won't eat the rat. That shit you niggas be eating in that chicken and broccoli, nigga. You ain't never seen no chicken meat with that fucking texture. You ain't, nigga. I don't care how thin you slice chicken. You ain't never seen no chicken that soft with that fucking texture, that pull apart texture, that stringy ass meat. You ain't never seen that. That's fucking rat meat, nigga. Even Chinese folks don't eat that shit. Chinese folks, man, don't eat that. They'll eat all the rest of the shit. They ain't gonna eat that rat though. Even they won't eat that shit, man. Listen, bro, I've watched fucking the fucking like hidden documentaries, for lack of a better way to put it, documentaries that motherfucker got to send to you. Shit that you ain't just gonna find on the internet. Somebody got to link you in and send you a fucking link. Man, I've seen these motherfuckers, man. Like I've seen them in China, nigga, chopping up the goddamn rats, boiling the rats, getting the fur off the motherfuckers, chopping them up, nigga. I've seen it. Chopping the foots off that motherfucker, not the feet, nigga. Chopping the foots off that motherfucker, man. Chopping it up into chunks, gutting that motherfucker, chopping it up into chunks, nigga, and throwing it in a big ass vat of sauce, nigga. I've seen this shit. That shit y'all be eating, man, that fucking orange chicken, nigga, that's motherfucking some type of fucking animal, nigga. That ain't no chicken. Hey, and you know what, Turf? That's another thing, man. Like, listen, bro, you go to an Asian fucking food market, nigga. All that shit is out in the open. Flies and shit be all on it. They don't give a fuck about no maggots on no shit. You gotta understand, brother, that we just live in a world, man, that's dangerous to live in. It's dangerous as fuck to be a black man in this world, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the brother Eddie Fuse over there in Asia, man, over there living his life, man. But I guarantee you, he ain't eating no goddamn Chinese cuisine. He ain't no rats and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, brothers. The world is a dangerous place for a fucking black man. It's a dangerous place. They've got us addicted to food by the chemicals they put in there that causes you to have an overactive hypothalamus. It causes you to have an overactive hypothalamus. And so when you get hungry, you feel like you're hungry as a motherfucker. So you got to eat right. Nigga be driving down the street, man. Nigga be 5 minutes from home. Can't make it 5 minutes. Because in his mind, he thinking, shit, I got to get home. Then I got to cook the shit. Or I got to make the salad, man. I got to prepare the shit. Here go McDonald's right here. Nigga, 5 minutes from home. Can't make it 5 minutes before he got to eat some of that bullshit. Man, I'm going to tell you like this. As a grown man, if you eat McDonald's, man, you crazy the motherfucker, nigga. You don't deserve no respect. If you eating fast food as a grown ass man, we're talking about a grown man. If you eating fast food as a grown man, you crazy as hell, man. AV, appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. Home said chemicals in the water, food, dish soap, everywhere. Yeah, man, chemicals everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Chemicals are everywhere. That's why I say, man, like instead of investing in all these fancy ass cars, you know how many niggas got a fancy ass car but don't have a distillation system at their home where they can distill water? Because they ain't got no fucking sense. You know how many niggas don't have no fucking air purifier in their fucking crib? Because they ain't got no fucking sense. You know how many niggas spend all this money on all these expensive ass fucking clothes, man? And niggas ain't even got no plug in to no goddamn local farm to get fresh fruits and vegetables? Because niggas ain't got no fucking sense. Man, we about living the life that Most High want us to live in the atmosphere. This is what we do. We want to live the way the Most High wants us to live. We want to ward off all these fucking chemical, biological attacks against us. We want to be healthy. We want to be wealthy. We want to be righteous. So the fuck we want to be. And anybody who ain't down with that program don't belong over here, man. They're literally trying to kill us, man. Listen, they're trying to kill us while turning us against the Most High. So the Most High won't even swoop in, goddamn, and do us like he did in Israel. I mean, in Egypt. He's just going to sit and watch us fucking self-destruct. So I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't know how many of you niggas support Tank, but I propose a boycott of that motherfucker right there, man. If you ever bought that nigga music, if you gon' buy it, I propose you tell the women you know. If the bitch buy Tank music, you can't fuck with her. That nigga deserves a boycott right there, man. All these chemicals, man, are making men emotional as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something, bro. The crazy shit is, the real crazy shit is, is that I see it affect other people as well. I can tell the difference between my clients who eat bullshit and those who don't. The ones who eat bullshit are more docile with their woman. The ones who don't eat that bullshit are more forceful and controlling with their woman. And we talking about white folks now, man. You know what I'm saying? We talking about white folks, paid white folks, who ain't got to eat shit that they don't want to eat. But the ones who do eat that bullshit are much more docile, much more docile. And their women are much more fucking outspoken. See, let me tell you something that you got to understand. There's a difference between a woman who lives a plant-based lifestyle and a woman who's vegan. There's a difference between vegan and living a plant-based lifestyle. Veganism is really a whole bunch of bullshit. Be perfectly honest with you. The majority of people who are vegan don't live a plant-based lifestyle. They don't eat plants. They don't eat green shit. They don't eat fruits and vegetables all the fucking time. They eat a bunch of shit that ain't got no meat in it. So they're the ones who buy all these fake ass soy protein meat products and shit. They're the ones that's always trying to figure out some kind of way to circumvent meat, but still have some shit that tastes like meat. These are the motherfuckers that buy vegan hot dogs and vegan burgers and all. Now, I've tried some of these shits, but I'm going to be honest with you. My preference is fucking plants, man. I love to eat fucking plants. If I'm going to eat some shit that tastes like meat, motherfucker, I'm going to go eat some meat. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to eat some shit that tastes like meat, nigga, I'm going to eat some fucking meat. I'm not going to go and get no plant-based shit that they try to make taste like meat that really don't taste like meat. Because none of that shit really does. And the ones that do, the closer they get it to taste like meat, the more fucking GMO proteins that motherfucker got in it. Man, all type of proteins, man. GMO soy proteins, VMO pea protein, GMO goddamn corn protein, GMO all kind of goddamn protein from everything, and it's all GMO. To make plants taste like fucking meat, nigga, you gotta do it in a lab. To make meat taste like plants, nigga, you gotta do it in a lab, bro. You can't make plants taste like meat without concocting up some compound, some chemical shit. You got to keep in mind, man, that this shit is by design to keep you and I sick. We eat bullshit, we stay sick. Let me tell you something. The number one industry, the number one scam industry in this fucking country is health insurance. It's the number one scam industry. The number one scam industry. And let me tell you what happened. You had healthy motherfuckers at one period of time in not so distant history that weren't buying into that health insurance shit because they were healthy. They weren't suffering from cancer. They weren't suffering from fucking diabetes. They weren't suffering from hypertension. They weren't suffering from fucking heart disease. This was a time when everybody was fucking skinny. Go back and look at the 70s. Look at the 60s and 70s. Look at all the black artists in the 70s, the 60s. All the motherfuckers were skinny. The ones who were big, you knew it. You know them by name. Jennifer Holliday was big as shit. Della Reese was big as shit. You go back, everybody was small, skinny. Motherfucker looked like they were wearing skinny jeans, but everybody was just skinny, wearing shit that fit them. So they said, hold up, fuck this. We ain't making no money with this goddamn insurance scam. How do we fix this? We can't force the people to do it because then we can't sell them the dream of democracy anymore. Certain shit they can't do. They can't force certain shit because then they still try to sell the dream of democracy. So what do? We got to make these motherfuckers sick. That's what we got to do. We got to create a divide between those who know health is wealth and the younger generation that don't know shit. When we create that divide where those who know health is wealth can't feed that shit to the younger generation, that's how we got to this whole, oh, you old, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You old. That's how we got to motherfuckers that's 20 thinking 30 is old. Once they got to that point, they can separate young people from people from wise people and feed them that bullshit. That's where this generational curse of eating bullshit, getting sicker and sicker and sicker came from. That's where this shit came from. And now here we are. sick as shit, feminine as shit, our women masculine as shit. Because this is the thing. They understand nature. They know that if the men get more masculine, the women are going to get more. If the men get more feminine, the women are going to get more masculine. That shit is all throughout nature. When you find a lion pride that doesn't have a male leading the pride, the females are more forceful. The females are more ferocious. The females, they patrol a lot more. The females have to patrol their own territory. They have to do all of that shit. The moment a male comes in and takes over, those females naturally fall back into their docile position. They hunt, take care of the goddamn babies, and get fucked when it's time to get fucked. That's all they do. Nothing else. That shit is throughout history. It is all when you look at elephants, the fucking male elephants don't travel with the females and the fucking and the calves. They don't travel. Them motherfuckers travel by themselves. They stay close, but they don't travel in that fucking herd. The females are the ones who dominate that fucking herd. There's a matriarch in the elephant herd. There's no patriarch. That motherfucker come through. He come through when it's time to fuck. When it's time to fuck, he come through, fuck as much as he want to, and then he going on back about his life again. But when he's there, the female is docile. She automatically becomes docile in the presence of an alpha male. Female tiger, the same thing. For you niggas that think a tiger is Sigma, you little dumb motherfuckers. The female tiger, she's doing her thing. She's raising her cubs for the last time she got fucked. She patrolling that area. She running that shit until Jumbo come back. When Jumbo come back, she roll around on her goddamn back like a kid, and every time he beat the back out of her, she just rolling around on the kid. I shared a post on Instagram, man, where it showed a lioness trying to fight a lion when he first take over. Then they show him beating her back out. Then they show him standing up, man, standing up on guard while she on her back, man, with her fucking legs spread open, man, just out. He'd have put her to sleep. That's the reality of the world. So if the male becomes effeminate, or if the male masculinity is absent, then the female testosterone level rises and she becomes more masculine. It ain't got nothing to do with black women wanting to be more masculine. It has something to do with black men becoming more effeminate. So black women have no recourse but to become more masculine. And the chemicals in the food just exacerbates that. That shit is taking place because niggas becoming weaker. When black men decided that we could no longer beat this system, so we stopped fighting against it, that shit was over. When we said we'll no longer get together and fight against the system, fuck it. The system won. All we got left is to fight each other. Those are the only two options we have as black men. Either we gonna get together and fight against the system, or we gonna forget about the system and stay down at the bottom where we are. Because if we ain't fighting the system, we ain't got nobody to fight but each other, because we can't reach nobody else. We can't fight white men. We can't fight Asian men. We don't even know where the fuck they at. They know where we at. We don't know where they at. You want to find where all the niggas at? All you gotta do is go to the inner city. Go find me all the Asians. Go find me all the white folks. Go ride by their house. Go ride through their neighborhood. Just go pull up on them. You can't. They're protected from us. They put themselves in cities with high walls. We look at them as gates, but they're fucking walls. A gate and a wall is the same thing. If you can't get over the motherfucker or get through it or get under it, it's the same as a wall. Their gated communities are wall cities. And they ain't trying to keep them in, they're trying to keep us out. So all we got is each other. We're either going to roll with each other or we're going to roll against each other. But the only lives we can affect as black men is black men's lives. I want y'all to understand me completely right here, man. I want y'all to understand me completely. I want y'all to listen. The only lives we can affect as black men is our own lives. That's it. We can only make our own lives better or worse. Ain't shit that you and me can do right now to affect white men in America. Nothing. Ain't shit we can do. We say we can stop buying shit. Okay, we can stop buying shit, but we still gotta buy shit. We can stop tricking off on shit. We can stop buying Jordans and toys and shit like that. And me, my thing ain't even buying Jordans, man, because Jordan is a black business, man. You want to support Michael Jordan, man, support it. We can stop buying dumb shit like $10,000 wheels for cars. We can stop supporting all these goddamn white designers, half of them who don't even want your fucking money. But we can't stop buying food. We can't stop buying gas for our fucking vehicles. We can't stop buying clothes and shoes. We can't stop buying tires for our fucking cars. We can't stop buying shit to, nigga, we can't even stop buying goddamn toothbrushes. Where you gonna make a toothbrush at, nigga? See, man, what we gotta understand is this, brothers. We all we got, man. And so when you get a brother like Tank to come out and say some shit like this, along with Malik Yoba, and then you got Young Thug coming out wearing a goddamn dress, those are three men from three different walks of life, man. You got an R&B singer, you got a fucking an actor, and you got a fucking rapper, a so-called thug rapper, a rapper from the hood, and they all represent the same shit. Then you got Pharrell Williams, who represents a totally different thing. You know, he's a skateboarder, fucking, you know, white friend having, you know, producer who makes fucking rock music sometime. And then he's out on the cover with a goddamn dress worse than the Mary Poppins shit. They had that boy looking like a damn fool on that cover, man. That boy's a fucking fool, man. He's a fool, man. He's always been a fool. Let me tell you some shit I saw, man. He was on some award show, some white award show. Must have been the Grammys. And they had fucking Bruce Springsteen, a couple of more white boys down there, man, singing and shit, playing the guitar. They had that fool playing a set of drums. He was sitting up real high, so everybody could see a little bell bottom swinging and shit, man. They had that nigga playing the drum, man. That nigga one of the most renowned producers in the history of music. Nigga has touched all genres of music. And they had that nigga up there playing the goddamn drum like a little drummer boy. They said, you don't get to say shit. You don't get to have no mic. You don't get to say nothing. And he knew it. He was up there looking salty as shit, man. Niggas in the audience laughing at that fool, man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't laughing at first, man, till I saw that nigga Snoop. That nigga Snoop laughed so hard, man, I fucking started laughing. Like, that's how hard that fool, man, that nigga was holding his sides laughing, man. And when I saw that shit, man, like, even not thinking about it, man, just when they panned to that nigga, he was laughing, man, because I had already saw that nigga pants swinging. And then when they showed Snoop laughing at him, they went right back to a picture of that nigga bell bottom swinging while he was beating that drum, man. Man, I hit the goddamn flow, man. I hit the flow, man. Because I was like, man, they played that boy, man. He the only nigga up there, man. They got him up there beating on the goddamn drum, man, when he more renowned than every motherfucker up there. So you got to understand, man. We have to keep in mind that everything that they do is by design. None of this shit is by mistake. You think it's a mistake that Tank came out and said that shit? You think it's a mistake that Malik Yoba came out and said that shit? You think it's a mistake that Young Thug wore a dress on the goddamn thing, on the album cover? You think it's a mistake that Pharrell wears a goddamn dress on the album cover, man? You think it's a mistake that all these goddamn black comedians, except the homie Dave Chappelle, man, got put in a goddamn dress? And you know, I never saw Patrice in the one either, but I'm talking about the ones who make it to the Hollywood level. You know that all these motherfuckers, man, do you think all this shit is just by mistake? You think it happens by chance? No, the effeminization of the black man is the strongest tool they have, because God is not going to fuck with us if we're effeminate. God is not going to fuck with us if we soft. God is not going to fuck with us if we can't stand on principle. And they know this shit. And we know it. But we the ones that been infiltrated with the goddamn chemical warfare. We're the ones that fuck with the hormone. Man, listen, brothers. How in the fuck can you eat something that smells like garbage? And you know what? I want everybody to do this week. It ain't gonna cost you nothing, nigga. I want you to go buy a goddamn Big Mac. Everybody this week, nigga, go buy a Big Mac or a quarter pounder. Don't eat the motherfucking nasty ass, nigga. Don't eat that nasty shit. But buy it. And just let that motherfucker sit in your car. Let it sit in your car. Or you can take it in the crib and just put that motherfucker in the garbage. Just put the whole bag in the garbage. You understand? Now, do what you do. Open it. Break that motherfucker in half. Put it back in the box. Put it back in the bag. Put it in your garbage can. And let that motherfucker sit for about a day. Man, that shit gonna smell like a dumpster. It's gonna smell like sewage, nigga. It's gonna smell like the fucking city dump. I'm telling you what it's gonna smell like. It's gonna have your whole shit smell like a whole bunch of shitty baby pampers, nigga. It's gonna be funky as shit, bro. It's gonna let you know that it's not fucking food. Cause it's not gonna even smell like food. It's gonna smell like death, dog. And you gonna put that shit inside your body, bro? Oh, and that chicken shit is the word, Bridges. Man, chicken, nigga, it ain't even gotta be a big piece of chicken. Nigga, take one little cut off a piece of chicken. About a 1 inch cut. And just let that motherfucker sit out. Man, nigga, don't no meat smell worse rotten than chicken. Spoiled chicken is the worst smelling shit you could ever smell in your life, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, man, real talk, bro. That shit is crazy, man. Ain't no way, bro. I can't eat that shit. I can't do it, man. Then Popeyes with the chicken sandwich. Nigga, that shit got heroin in it. Even crack don't get people hooked like that. That shit got heroin in it. Motherfucker be fighting in there. Nigga be fighting mad. Man, listen, bro. Let's think about the logic of this. It's a fucking chicken sandwich. It don't represent shit. Jordan represents a fucking brand, a huge global brand. And motherfuckers just like this. Them motherfuckers be fly. Them Jordans make you look good. You rock them shits with the right shit, you feel fly. I understand that. I ain't gonna stand no line to get none of the motherfuckers. But I understand that a little bit more. Nigga, we talking about a chicken sandwich. See, you can't get the Jordan shoe nowhere else. Nowhere else sells a Jordan shoe. You can't go to no store. You can't go to no other basketball player. LeBron shoes ain't Jordans. KD shoes ain't Jordan. Steph shoes ain't Jordan. You can only buy Jordan from Jordan Brand. But a goddamn chicken sandwich? Nigga, restaurants that don't even sell chicken. McDonald's got a chicken sandwich. Burger King got a chicken sandwich, nigga. Wendy's got a chicken sandwich. You could go into a reputable, a sit down establishment and get a chicken sandwich. There ain't too many restaurants nowhere that don't serve a chicken sandwich. You can go to a restaurant that don't sell shit but pork and they got a chicken sandwich. Niggas is standing in line for a fucking chicken sandwich. Nigga, if I ate fried chicken, I wouldn't eat that motherfucker. Once I saw I had niggas standing in line, ready to fight, boy, I don't want no shit that gonna make me act like I'm gonna die if I don't have it. But that's how these boys act about pussy, man. They act like that about pussy out here, man. Bro, I'm not playing with none of that shit, man. Yeah, no doubt, Ice, man. That shit was a terrible embarrassment, man. That shit was monkey shit, dog. And I hate to call black folk monkeys, man. I know the history of that term when it applied to black folk, but man, that shit was monkey shit. That shit was, man, that shit, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. There's some shit, brother, and listen, man, I'm as pro-black as they come. But I'm not one of them motherfucking, one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm pro-black, but I'm from the goddamn turf. And so my pro-blackness is different from them niggas right there. But man, I'm gonna be honest with you. There have been about 3 instances in my life, brothers, where I was ashamed to be a black man. I'm talking about ashamed to be a black man. One of those times is when they showed all them niggas lined up for the goddamn Popeyes chicken, bro. I was embarrassed to be a black man, bro. I was like, man, I asked myself for a brief second, what is the fucking purpose in even being a black man, man? Like, what is the purpose in this society if I got to look at this type of shit in fucking 2019? This ain't no shit that somebody put up on a video, nigga, from 1996. It was 2019, bro. You know, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do as a black man, man, when that's what the fuck I'm looking at? What the fuck can I do, man? I don't understand that shit, man. You know, I really don't understand that shit. It's crazy, man. That shit was sickening, bro. And a lot of people just laughed about it like the shit was funny, man. That shit was sickening, bro. You know, and the fact that there are that many feminine black brothers. Another time, man, that made me feel weak as fuck as a black man. See, my goal is to help us refine fucking strength, man. We ain't got no fucking strength. We're so angry that we don't have no strength that we take our anger out on each other and make it feel strong to kill another black man. Make it feel strong to hold another black man back. Make it feel strong to hold another to interfere with another black man's success. Make it feel strong to talk shit about another black man. Because we starving for strength. And I'm gonna tell you something, man, that made me feel like I felt like, man, well, goddamn, man. Here's a sister, man, that's got a shitload of paper, and they on her ass, man, and wasn't there we could do but watch it. And she was doing the right thing. I remember Oprah Winfrey, man. She had a show, man. She had some vegans on that motherfucker, man, and she had her whole staff go vegan for a week, man. Everybody went vegan for a week. Motherfucker was losing mad weight, you know, going vegan, man. One nigga, man, that nigga lost like 17 pounds in a week of that shit. Just go show how horribly that motherfucker had been eating, though. But when she said that shit, she said one line, man. She said, "This makes me not want to even. This shit makes me afraid to eat a hamburger." Man, them goddamn beef producer, man, jumped on her ass, man. That woman spent $1 million in litigation on that shit. I know some beta male sitting behind the motherfucker gonna say, "Well, she got billions. That million wasn't that." Why the fuck is you counting that woman's pocket, nigga? That's what I need to know about your punk ass. Why is she counting that woman's pocket? I'm talking about that woman had to go face them motherfuckers on her own, man. All them fucking $1 billion motherfuckers, man. Yeah, she's 1 billion. She's one little old billionaire black woman. But they wouldn't even allow us access to that shit. They ain't even show it, nigga. She went in that motherfucker by herself without us even rallying around her, man. And I know some nigga gonna say, "Well, look what she stand for." Well, she ain't got no real nigga guiding her, nigga. You seen Stedman? She ain't got no real nigga guiding her. What else she gonna do? The problem with our women is they ain't got no real nigga guiding them. There's a void between those women who have attained a level of success that can be beneficial to us and real niggas that can guide those women. You gotta be a masculine man to guide a woman like that. You gotta be a masculine man to look at that woman and say, "Bitch, I don't care how much money you got. You're gonna do the fuck I tell you to do." You understand? You gotta be a masculine man to fuck a woman like that, like a fucking savage. To pull her hair and smack her and fucking bite her. You know what I'm saying? And fucking stick your fingers in her ass. You gotta do all kind of shit, man. You gotta be a fucking a monster. You gotta be a monster out this bitch. To treat a woman with $1 billion the same way you treat a woman with 10. And a bunch of niggas can't do that. A bunch of niggas feel like, "Oh, she got so much money, I can't afford to lose her." Man, you got to be a monster. I'm talking about a real live monster out this bitch. To feel like a woman with $1 billion ain't shit to lose. Nigga, ain't no woman shit for me to lose. And that's what the problem is, man. There's a void so huge between the true identity of the real alpha men and what a man is supposed to be. You understand? That there's nothing else for us to do, man, but try to build our fucking selves as black men. We got to create a different outlook on who we are. Because right now, the shit that's being perpetuated ain't real. You know, so, that's really the way, man, and I say this, man. The real bottom line is this, man. I just know this, bro. I'm not going to perpetuate any bullshit about my brothers, man. If a nigga is a sucker, he just a sucker. I ain't gonna speak on him. You know what I'm saying? That's why, as you notice, man, listen, bro, I'm not gonna be talking about no brothers on this platform, man. If I ain't got nothing positive to say about a nigga, I ain't gonna speak on him. He can say whatever the fuck he want to say about me, because the one thing nigga can't say about me is I ain't real. So I don't give a fuck about none of the other shit. You go dig up whatever the fuck you want to dig up, nigga. But right now, nigga, the one thing you can't look at me and say is I ain't real. So I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And I just know this, man, that we got bigger fish to fry, man, than to be tearing each other down. So if a nigga hadn't figured out yet that tearing me down, man, it makes him an enemy of mine and an enemy of yours, then fuck him. Let him do whatever he gonna do. We got shit we gotta try to change, man. And we running out of time. We in the midst of a fucking financial collapse. We ain't got no money together. We ain't got no assets together. We ain't got a fucking thing. And if you just one nigga with assets, they gonna take your shit. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you one nigga with a few assets, this shit pop off, nigga, they gonna take your shit. And ain't nothing you can do about it. What you gonna do? You ain't got no army to fight them. Let me tell you niggas something right now. The IRS can roll up on any one of us right now and take every goddamn thing we got. And ain't nothing you can do about it. They can literally roll up on you right now. No matter how current you are on your taxes, no matter how well you've been staying on your taxes, they can roll up on your motherfucking ass right now and take every goddamn thing you got. And ain't shit you can do. Nothing but fucking cry, nigga. Nothing you can do. So all your assets as an individual are just a sitting duck for a system that can take it whenever the fuck they feel like they need it. But if we were a conglomerate of niggas, with a bunch of real niggas mixed in now, they got to fight us for our shit. You know? Then we turn into Lil J. We turn to Lil J. If you want to go to war, I'll take you to war. You see what I'm saying? We got to learn that we can't stand on finances. We can't stand on expectations from this society. We can't stand on expectations from our woman. We can't stand on expectations from our children. Niggas always trying to shame a nigga about something all the time. And these very niggas ain't got no connection to the Most High. I don't give a fuck how good you do nothing. You can be the perfect father, nigga. You can be the perfect provider, nigga. You can be all that good shit. But if you don't have a relationship with the Most High, nigga, you ain't got nothing. You ain't no different from a white man if you ain't got no relationship with the Most High. White man got plenty of money. Mark Zuckerberg paid out his ass. Are you gonna let Mark Zuckerberg go talk to the Most High on your behalf, nigga? Nah, you probably not. The bottom line is this, brothers. We have got to understand that the most important thing we can do right now, man, is take our fucking masculinity, man, and build that shit. We got to start perpetuating that shit. We can't be ashamed to be masculine. We can't be ashamed to be men. Fuck this YouTube shit. Fuck the media. I'm talking about in the real world. Of course, you got a channel, you get to talking that shit, they may strike your channel down. Okay, fine. I'm talking about in your real life, dog. So, man, y'all go ahead, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody funneling over, man, the fucking Patreon, man. Got a great content pack coming up for y'all tonight at midnight, man. It's going to be fucking amazing. Everybody over there, man, I appreciate that shit, man. I appreciate the motherfucking support on Patreon, man, because I'm about to start going ham on this fucking YouTube. So, hey, man, if you want to know where I'm at, you want to stick with me, just in case some shit pop off over here and they shut me down, dog, go join that goddamn Patreon. Because I'm about to start going ham over here on this motherfucker. On some real shit that we need to talk about every goddamn time I come on here. Sometime it's going to be about women. Had a great piece on women last night about a submissive woman wouldn't do this, wouldn't do that. Great fucking piece. I appreciate y'all supporting on that one. Sometime it's going to be about women. But most time it's going to be about us and what the fuck we need to do to change our plight. That's what the fuck we got to do, man. God is waiting on us. He ain't gonna come no closer. He is right there looking at us. If you look, nigga, you can see him. He right there waiting on you and me to take one goddamn step in his direction. All we got to take, brothers, is one step in his direction. And you know what that direction is? Unification of the black man. We got to fucking unite. And they don't take all us. And the nigga that want to come along, don't want to come along, let him stay. But it's gonna take enough of us turning our ass to the Most High, understanding and accepting that we are God's chosen people. Fuck what anybody else says. White folks ain't gonna tell you that. No other race is gonna tell you that. Some niggas gonna talk you again. No, we're not. We're not God's chosen people. We're slaves, motherfucker. They gonna tell you whatever they want to tell you. But let the beta male simp man Johnny motherfucker think whatever he want to think. What we got to do, brothers, is turn to the Most High. That's what I got to do. That's what you got to do. That's what the fuck we all got to do, man. Mike Larry, appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. Homer Say Books, Patreon changed my life. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate the support, man, and the patronage, man, on Patreon, brother. Primal Fitness, man, appreciate the $2 super chat, bro. You know, we got to keep in mind, brothers, that life is passing us by. And we ain't playing catch up with white folks. We don't want to catch them. We're above them. If we turn to God, we're above them. We're the kings of the world. So any nigga that's telling you to chase the American dream is a fucking fool. He don't understand that the American dream is a curse for us, nigga. It's a curse for you or me to be in the position Bill Gates in. That ain't shit. He got a lot of goddamn money. That's it. He worth a lot of money. That's it. He can't control the goddamn world, though. He ain't got, nigga got all them billions of dollars, nigga. He can't buy himself nowhere, no step closer to God. Without, he can give all his money and won't get no step closer to God. Nigga, God chose us. You think I want to settle for being at the top of this fucking society, nigga? I want to be at the top of the world, dog. And I know you do too. So let's stop playing these fucking games, man. Let's stop acting like we need our women to support us. If they don't support us, fuck them. Let's stop acting like we need these dudes who gon' fucking, these dudes, they're not down with us. Man, fuck them. We don't need them. Fuck are they? We talk about God. We talk about the Most High. We ain't talking about no goddamn King James Version. Let's slide on out of here, homies. I appreciate everybody coming through, man. We ain't talking about no King James Version, man. We're talking about the reality of being who the fuck we are. And this is the real version. This is what God loves. You understand what I'm saying? We got to be who God wants us to be. We got to be the men that God loves. We got to be the men that God wants to come and change our plight. And see, we still got to go through the battle. The battle is on us. But we can't figure out the direction to go without the Most High, man. We need the direction. And this ain't no King James Version, brothers.